Big secret that we want to let you in on, MSNBC viewers, is that we all have our various skills and all things that we bring to the table as MSNBC hosts, but the only one of us who is truly connected, truly has like a bat phone on which he can call the most powerful people in the world, is the Reverend Al Sharpton, who joins us here. Rev, I want to ask you what you thought of the rollout tonight, but then I want to ask you what the real powers that be are saying about this choice, because I know the most powerful people in the world call you for advice.
Yes, Joy does call me.
Like, daily.
I thought the rollout couldn't have been better. When you see that crowd, I mean, Donald Trump has got to be going crazy, because this is legitimately a packed house after she did the same thing in the same arena in Atlanta that he was complaining about empty seats. But I think it's not only the crowd, it's the enthusiasm, it's the energy that we've not seen probably since '08. That is really bringing people together across age groups, gender, and race. When you look at Tim Walz, when it was announced this morning, and I was sitting right in this room with Nancy Pelosi on Morning Joe when it was announced, the immediate thing I thought about, here's a guy, gun owner, came as a Blue Dog congressman, who, when George Floyd happened, and the family called me and I flew into Minneapolis in a pandemic, they were rioting. He was dealing with all of the violence, and at the same time, people were saying, but did you hear, Reverend, what the Minneapolis DA said? We don't know we're going to get a fair trial. Called Governor Walz, and it was he that talked to the DA to step aside, and he appointed Keith Ellison as the special prosecutor.
That's right.
I do not believe we would have got the convictions, probably the few police that, as much as that tape convicted him, we've had tapes before, if Keith Ellison had not been the prosecutor. That would not have happened without Governor Walz. Then during the trial, a young man was killed in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, about 15, 20 miles up. And not only did he denounce the killing as governor, he came to the funeral. I introduced him to speak, and he gave a proclamation to the family. And he says, I'm pro-police, I'm pro-law enforcement, but we've got to stop this killing of black kids. This is what he said. So a man with that kind of balance, I think, is the right man to be on this ticket, because this is the balance that Kamala Harris has. You have to remember, the Republicans always ran as the law and order candidate. Here you have people that have been a prosecutor, that have been pro-police, running against a man with 34 felonies that I would suspect he's got to call his parole officer to get permission to go to the next city to campaign, because you got to report in. And by the way, he's got to stop in September to be sentenced right here in Manhattan. So how's that the law and order candidate? You've got a candidate with felonies as the president, and you have a guy that is running for vice president that we don't know what he is, because he doesn't know what he is.
Yeah, a real hole in Republican self-awareness today when they briefly started criticizing Governor Tim Walz for restoring voting rights for felons, like that was a terrible thing. Anybody convicted of a felony shouldn't be allowed to vote, they say, before they then look around and realize who their nominee is and whether he should be allowed to vote is an awkward question when he's their candidate for president. Rev, thank you very much. Happy to have you here.